Hello, and thank you for taking the time to view my final project. My name is Daniel, and I am a Harper College Information Systems student. This video was made to fulfill requirements to complete Web 110 course objectives. In my project management PowerPoint presentation, I separate the learning processes into defining a project, introducing process groups, ISO 9000, and introduce the person in charge of a project, the product manager. I believe product management to be a subject of great importance to college students as students and to a greater extent as professional adults. The purpose of this video is to make the subject less intimidating to read, so be sure to follow the link in your Wikiversity Learning Guide for a more detailed look at project management in the text. Project. At the center of a project management is the project itself. To understand what a project entails would require knowing what a project is and what a project isn't. According to Wikiversity, a project is a temporary endeavor designed to produce a unique product or service with designated beginning and end undertaken to meet unique goals and objectives, typically to bring about beneficial change or added value. This differs from operations, in which products and services involved are permanent day-to-day tasks. Project complexities. It is important to note the complexity of a project and estimating the length of time needed to successfully complete a project. Pause the video if you want to read the different levels of projects based on time and complexity of output. Note the way output used here is equal to deliverables. Project characteristics. All projects, whether academic, across industries, or various methodologies implemented, go through a series of processes widely recognized as project phases. Starting with initiation, a project manager must understand the characteristics of a project to efficiently proceed into initiation. In addition to time, other characteristics of a project include purpose, definite duration, unique deliverables, resources such as supplies, people. As you can see in the graph there, it's labeled as teams, and then cost restraints. Initiation. According to our text in Wikiversity, the initiation phase is where the nature and scope of the project is determined. Project's nature and scope can be declared through a project charter. The project charter is submitted to the project sponsor. Approval is needed from the sponsor to move forward onto the planning phase. Planning. The next process is the planning phase, and its purpose is to plan all tasks based on time, money, resources, and deadlines. What is achieved in this phase is critical and basically outlines the path towards the goal. Executing and monitoring and control. Executing. This phase process focuses on the project deliverables, that they are delivered as close to a project management's plan as possible. Controlling. Simply put, the controlling phase examines the position of the project, cross-examine the actual position against the projected position, and plan course of action to, if needed, to bring the project position on point. Closing. The general rule of thumb is we all should be closing. Closing, as with the other phases, include documentation and can be broken into two subroutines: contract closure and project close. Please pause the video to read the definitions of what I referred to as subroutines. Control revisited. ISO 9000. The ISO 9000 is a family of standards for quality management systems. It is a common control use in project management as well as an international standard. Take a moment and pause the video to read the 7 quality management principles that ISO 9000 bases itself on. That's me, Daniel, your narrator. Project manager. Professionally, the project manager is responsible for meeting project objectives. They are usually hired by a separate entity or company based on said entity company's risk analysis. For example, undertaking a project in-house might not be cost-effective and forgoing the project is not beneficial. Adding a factor, return on investment, the entity proceeds by outsourcing the project to an out-of-house project team led by a product project manager. Project management success. One last thing worth mentioning before I wrap up the presentation is project management success. Project success and project management success are not the same thing. A project can be successfully completed and have taken longer, cost more, or took more steps than originally anticipated. For project management to be successful, the project manager would have to effectively manage the triple constraint, which is cost, time, and scope. A project manager addresses the triple constraint if they understand the project complexities, and project characteristics. Know the project thoroughly enough to translate that into project phases and document everything to refer to in the future. Again, my name is Daniel, and I hope that project management no longer seems overwhelming. Thank you for watching my video.